Welcome to the Confidence Café, the podcast where I give you strategies to develop strong confidence. Hi, I'm Karina from KG Confidence Coaching, a life coach specialized in confidence building. I work with teenagers between the age of 12 and 25 to help them thrive in school, at home, and in their life in general. In this podcast, I give you all the tools, tips, and motivation necessary to increase your self-esteem and tackle down self-doubt. Now, let's get into today's episode. Welcome back for this third episode of the series, The 3 Pillars of Self-Confidence. Today's part 3 is about self-respect. Because oftentimes we do not realize that actually every day we give indications to the people around us on how they can treat us. The problem is, the more you accept from people, the more they will push you. In this episode, I'm going to teach you how to set healthy boundaries. Setting healthy boundaries is a way to protect yourself from being used and abused by others. They help you define the limits of what you can and cannot accept from the people around you. They are here to preserve you from physical and mental harm. So I'm going to try to give you as clear a definition as possible of what healthy boundaries are. And then I'll talk to you about boundaries and friendship and why it's important to have boundaries in your friendship. And I'll finish by showing you how to set clear, healthy boundaries and how to implement them. So let's start with what are boundaries? Boundaries are what enable us to live according to our values. A healthy boundary is like an energy field or a barrier. It protects your whole self. So having healthy boundaries is all about balance. When you're not sure about your boundaries, you send mixed messages. Because you don't want to hurt people or you're afraid you're going to lose friends, some days you are going to tolerate something, but actually you regret tolerating it. So the next day you're not going to. So the people around you are not going to be sure where to stand with you. Because there are no real rules, they don't know how they're supposed to treat you, how they're supposed to behave with you. Because as I said in the introduction, it all starts with you and what you know you can tolerate and what you do not want to tolerate. Now, some people are also completely walled. Oftentimes, there are people who have been mistreated in the past. They are afraid it would happen again, so they decided to have boundaries so rigid that no one has access to them. They don't make friends, they don't hang out, they don't tolerate anything. You absolutely can't interact with these people. They are safe, but they have no real social interactions and no fun. So healthy boundaries are clear, strong, and consistent. They are the middle ground. They provide you with emotional, physical, mental, and spiritual support in a balanced and effective way. Which means you're going to demand respect from others, but at the same time they will be welcome in. You can have friends, you can have social interaction, but within the boundaries of what is acceptable for you. Boundaries are very important when it comes to friendship. Oftentimes we mix up friends and bullies because bullies are so misrepresented in the media, in the movies, that we think it's very clear when you're being bullied. Someone is pushing you around and insulting you. Sometimes it's happening within your friend circle and you do not realize it because you've not been given the right definition of what bullying is. So I'm going to give you a list of affirmations and you can check if it's happening to you when you're with your friends. So do you often find yourself agreeing or pretending to agree with the group? Apologizing when you've done nothing wrong. Accepting to do things you don't really want to do? Consider everyone's feelings before your own. Put other people's needs before yours. avoiding conflicts at all costs, especially your well-being, pretending not to be hurt when someone hurts you as to not hurt them. Did you agree with any of those affirmations? Do you find you're not really giving your opinion on a matter? You're just following the crowd? That you say, I'm sorry when you did nothing wrong, but someone did wrong you and you just want to avoid a conflict at all cost. Doing things you really don't want to do, but you feel pushed or pressured to accept to do. Make everybody else's feeling your business, when actually we are all responsible for our own emotion, but making sure everybody around you is happy at all times, no matter how you feel about it. Making everybody go first before you, even if it means there's nothing left for you. And most importantly, if someone hurts you, do you actually pretend that you are not hurt? If there's a joke made about you, are you going to laugh with the group even if you're being hurt so you don't hurt them? You don't disturb the balance of the friend group. If you said yes to one or many of those sentences, then these are not your friends. They are not your friends. Friends will never put you in a difficult situation, and they would never make you feel bad and hurt you on purpose. Now just think about it. What are friends for? What is the definition of friendship? How do you picture yourself interacting with a friend? Friends are a pleasure to be around, and they give you good times. Friends care about you and your well-being. They make sure you are enjoying yourself together. Friends don't hurt you on purpose for the fun of it. And most importantly, they don't make you feel bad afterwards if you don't go along with the joke. This is a bully behavior, not a friend's behavior. Even as an adult, I had my share of fake friendship in the past few years. And I straight away noticed when respect was not there in the relationship anymore. And I ended those relationships straight away. When I noticed, I explained to the person that I was not feeling respected anymore and that we couldn't be friends anymore. And believe me, it was hard for me. I'm a nice person. I like having people around and making them happy. But I have to make myself happy first. So I had to end those friendships. And I know it's difficult. Maybe you're afraid you're not going to make friends like that anymore. But you are. There is a simple way for you to find out who your friends are. You simply state your boundaries. Explain to them what situations make you feel uncomfortable. You will see straight away who will go across and try to see what reaction are going to have. These are not your friends. When you say, for example, that you don't like being around loud people in the street and attract attention, okay? If straight away your friend starts shouting, making noise and attract the attention of people around you to see your reaction, these are not your friends. They purposely put you in a situation that they know makes you uncomfortable. How is that friendship? The people who will respect your boundaries and make sure you're comfortable when you are with them, they are your real friends. And real friends are not many, there are few. I do not have that many friends myself. The ones I have are precious and they are real, and I can be myself around them, and they can be themselves around me, and they like me just the way I am, and I like them just the way they are. You see, friendship is one of the most underrated relationships. We talk a lot about romantic relationship, but friendship is just as much of a connection. The only difference is the physical relationship itself. But apart from that, you're connecting emotionally with someone. You're enjoying someone's company. And you're trying to make each other happy. Think about it like you would think about anything else. If it doesn't make you happy, then you shouldn't be doing it. Now, how do you establish your boundaries? So as I said at the beginning, every day, every single day, you give the people around you, your friends, the people you meet in the street, your family members, you give them indications about how they are allowed to treat you. So make sure you keep this in mind when someone is stepping over and making you feel uncomfortable. That is not normal and you do not have to put up with it. The world is vast and you're a gem. Other people will be more than delighted to be your friends. So, I'm going to give you 3 sentences that are actually trigger sentences, and you're going to finish them yourself. The first sentence is, people may not. For example, people may not disrespect me. People may not talk down to me. People may not bully me. I'm sure while hearing those sentences, you agree with me. These are actually sentences to live by. Another sentence is, I have the right to ask for. For example, I have the right to ask for time. I have the right to ask for space. I have the right to ask for respect, equality, fairness. You see again, nothing major. Very, very normal demands to have regarding your life and the way you are being treated. Now, third and last sentence. To protect my time and energy, it's okay to, for example, to protect my time and energy, it's okay to turn down invitations. To protect my time and energy, it's okay to refuse to do something. To protect my time and energy, it's okay to say no. And no is a full sentence, remember that. To protect my time and energy, it's okay to cancel plans. All these very acceptable demands to have regarding your life and how people may or may not treat you. So, find your own end of sentences. Find your own boundaries. And most importantly, start implementing them. Either openly telling people, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be talked to like that anymore. It is important you listen to me when I say this and that. I do not want to be put in this and that situation anymore. If you're feeling uncomfortable saying it to a person, okay, you can just rehearse in front of your mirror, and when you feel ready, you do it, or you can write it to them. But ask yourself, why am I nervous to tell her or to tell him? Is it because I'm shy, or is it because I'm afraid of how they're going to react? Because they have a history of disregarding my boundaries. So maybe it can indicate already these people are not the right people to keep in your life. Anyway, all in all, I hope you have a better understanding of what healthy boundaries are and how you can set your own. The important part is that you have established what your boundaries are, and to secure them and make sure your friends and family are aware of them. Make sure that crossing them have consequences, which means you're going to say something or you're going to react to it. Of course, if you need help doing any of this, you can feel free to contact me. In the description, you will find the link to my Instagram account as well as my website, and you can contact me there. So this was the last episode of the series, The 3 Pillars of Self-Confidence. I hope you enjoyed the 3 episodes, and I'm going to come back in a couple of weeks with a new episode and maybe even a new series, who knows. Have a lovely day. Thank you for listening until the end. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. You can find more resources on my website, www.coechiconfidencecoaching.ie. Please feel free to follow me on Instagram using the link on the episode's note. See you soon!